All right, everybody, welcome. And it is a Bills 9-minute fill-up. And of course, this comes today, the day after the solar eclipse of the sun. So hopefully you had a great experience with the solar eclipse. We saw people across the country that took part in it, tried to get to that zone of totality where you would have a complete solar eclipse. And many of those people came to the state of Ohio, Dayton, Akron, Cleveland, and all of those cities in between and towns in between along that line of totality. Now, some of Ohio did not go into solar totality in terms of the eclipse, but in the Ohio Valley, we did not have a total eclipse of the sun. We had about 97.7% of an eclipse, and as you got out your glasses, as I did, went out in the backyard with my father, took a look up at the sun. It was a pretty amazing sight. So hopefully you had a great time with you and your family experiencing a solar eclipse. And if you went to the zone of totality, hopefully you had a great experience with that. Now, a lot of families get together yesterday to make that happen. A lot of families in East Palestine have been trying to recover from the train derailment that happened with Norfolk Southern. And this is the main headline of the day. And it's a headline that includes a $600 million settlement from Norfolk Southern to the city of East Palestine, town of East Palestine, the folks of East Palestine, as they try and get this thing headed on the right track. Sorry for the pun, didn't mean to include that, but let's take a look at the press release that Norfolk Southern sent out from Atlanta. This is the actual release we received in the newsroom. And at the top line, Norfolk Southern reaches agreement in principle to settle East Palestine derailment class action. $600 million in the settlement underscores the commitment. Now, this is their press release. This is Norfolk Southern's press release. $600 million settlement underscores the commitment to make it right. Now, the headline out of Atlanta, Norfolk Southern announced Tuesday that it has reached a $600 million agreement in principle to resolve a consolidated class action lawsuit relating to the East Palestine derailment. If approved by the court, the agreement will resolve all class action lawsuits and claims within a 20-mile radius from the derailment, and for those residents who choose to participate, personal injury claims within a 10-mile radius of the derailment. So Norfolk Southern has been doing a lot of work on this with the people of East Palestine. They had to sit down at the table, negotiate this deal out, $600 million. And it goes on to say, this is another promise kept by Norfolk Southern to make it right for the people of East Palestine and the surrounding communities. Now, in March of 2023, again, this is the Norfolk Southern press release, March of 2023, the company made commitments to address three long-term concerns with residents: drinking water, home values, and health care. And already the company has announced programs for drinking water and home values, and they are working on this compensation and settlement. Now, to find out whether or not the folks of East Palestine believe that they have done all that they have said they were going to do, working on the drinking water, working on health care, working on home values, you would have to talk to them, and News 9 is in the process of doing that. Chloe Messagaitis, who has followed this train derailment and everything that's come with it since the very beginning, and she is in East Palestine as we speak, talking to residents, talking to businesses about this settlement from Norfolk Southern for $600 million. If this is going to make it right, if this is enough in terms of financially, $600 million sounds like a whole lot of money, but if your drinking water is undrinkable, then you basically can't live in that community. So the question is, have they done enough? Is the drinking water clean? Is the air quality clean? Will they be able to get the values of homes where they want to be? Or does this $600 million just wash that away and make everybody whole? Those are questions that Chloe will be talking with the residents of East Palestine. And we will also talk with J.D. Vance, senator from Ohio, and Sherrod Brown, the other senator from Ohio. They've been working together on a bipartisan bill for railway safety that has been stuck basically in committee, lack of a better way to put it, down in the Congress, down in Washington, D.C. So they are working on that. Will they let that go if this settlement's reached, or do they continue to push to get that railway safety passage that bill passed, because if it happens again in another area, it's going to be the same situation it was in East Palestine, perhaps worse, depending on what those trains are carrying and how the derailment happens and how it is handled immediately after the derailment. So we will ask them about continued work on that railway bill to create a more safe environment, if that is possible, when you're dealing with major chemicals and chemicals that may be hazardous to the environment that are just running through towns. But as the way transportation works, is how you have to get things from one place to another. But today, the big news out of East Palestine is that Norfolk Southern has sent out a press release saying they've come to an agreement in principle for $600 million with the residents of East Palestine. And we will see if that actually is something that is going to work for the people. They still have to go to court and settle this, make sure that it is signed off by everybody. But today, the big headline is a $600 million settlement has been agreed upon between Norfolk Southern and East Palestine. How that impacts where we go from here, we'll have to wait and see. But again, Chloe Messagaitis in East Palestine, talking with residents and businesses, and we'll also talk with Senator J.D. Vance, and we are working on talking with Senator Sherrod Brown as well, and they're working on that railway safety bill that has yet to really move along. It seems to be stalled, but we'll see how that this settlement for $600 million impacts that situation. Now, there's no real easy way to transition from A to B when you have a story like that, but you know what? We're going to, because we can and we have to. And one of the things we're going to talk about, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but Marty, what do you think? I'm thinking soda company Coca-Cola, they're teaming up with Disney, new line of Marvel-themed Coke cans and bottles, 30 superheroes and villains on the Coca-Cola bottles and cans. Now, my question is, does this get you to buy Coca-Cola because there's a Marvel superhero on it? Maybe. Maybe not. Anyways, kids, maybe they're going to do it. Hey, Mom, Dad, Grandma, can you get me this soda because they have the Superman on this can? Or is that just something you go, oh, Johnny or Susie will like seeing Superman or whoever on the can, so I'm gonna go and get that, or Wonder Woman, or whoever. I'm not up on all my Marvel, so if I'm giving an improper Marvel hero, I apologize. I know there's a lot of them. You get the DC universe, Marvel universe. I don't live in either one of those, but I'm trying, Marty. I'm trying. All right, so Coca-Cola cans, it's going to have some superheroes on it. All right, now the big question I wanted to get to is summer travel. Summer travel. Google Flights is releasing a list of the top 10 places it seems like people want to go this summer. London followed closely by Paris, and that's due to the Olympic Games in Paris this summer. It's the Summer Games. And then you have other notable cities, destinations: Tokyo, Rome, New York City, Cancun, Orlando, Las Vegas, Seattle, and Athens. So those are the cities that are on the list. And, I love New York City. Tokyo, that'd be an interesting place to go. Rome, I don't want a spoiler alert here now. As much as I don't follow the Marvel and DC universes that much, I do like Godzilla. I do like King Kong. And I went and saw the movie. Godzilla and Kong unite. Tremendous. 2 thumbs up, as they say. If you go to Rome, just be careful, because Godzilla has turned the Colosseum into his bed. So he likes to sleep there. So if you go by the Colosseum, just be careful. Just be warned that you might get to see Godzilla. So there it is. That may make it your number one destination to go and visit, because you get to see Rome, Colosseum, and Godzilla all at once. 3-for-1 deal. Enjoy the trip, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. If you can, please hit the like button, subscribe button, or the buttons that say, hey, I enjoyed this. This was fun. We'll do it again tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.